Thanks for being here.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We are going to get your take, but I'm going to start with Skip on this one because you have been critical.
Highly.
Paul
Yes.
George in the past.
Rightfully.
Okay, so what shot do you give him to win the MVP?
I'm giving him a really good shot. And I'm here to say that faithful viewers of the show know that many times I have called Paul George Paul. Because he played more like George Paul to me, especially in Indiana, where he was not just the poor man's LeBron James, he was the destitute man's LeBron James because he had no shot against LeBron. He shrank against LeBron James because he couldn't out LeBron, even though it looked like on paper he had the abilities to be a LeBron-like player. And then what happened in the playoffs last year as Russell Westbrook's sidekick, we got to the fateful Game 6, the closeout game at Utah, and Paul George turned right into George Paul and completely disappeared. He scored no baskets the last 3 quarters of that game at Utah while Russ went full-on warrior, dueling with Donovan Mitchell, especially in the third quarter. They just went basket for basket for basket. And finally, the Thunder just couldn't pull it off. They lost 96-91 because Paul George went 2 of 16, 0 for 6 from 3. And then he got his big contract and shocked the world by staying in Oklahoma City. And then it shocked me because a weird thing happened. Usually a player gets all this money and he kind of puts it in cruise control a little bit. And Paul George went completely the other way. Nobody in this league plays harder every dribble than Paul George. And the proof of that is on the defensive end because he now leads the league. He's running away with steals with 105. And by the way, Oklahoma City just thrives on steals. They average over 10 a game, which just dominates the NBA. Paul George leads the league in deflected balls with 175, as you know from your years of playing. That's just effort. That's just want to. And finally, the favorite stat of all is that nobody dives for loose balls better than the superstar, the high-paid superstar, Paul George. He's recovered 105 loose balls, which is just running away with that category. No team turns turnovers into points faster than Oklahoma City because their half-court offense is pretty dreary. It's pretty dreadful, but they can beat you with their defense. They ignite on the defensive end, led by this man. So, again, I look at the numbers at 27, 8, and 4. I think on a nightly basis, he's making clutch shots, and we're just talking about regular season because now I got to see if he can rise and shine in the postseason. But in the regular season, I think he is closing the gap on James Harden in the MVP race.
You know what, Skip? I tweeted this in the game against Philadelphia. I said, don't look now, don't at me, but Paul George is getting into the MVP.
You want people to at you.
No, don't at me.
Don't at me.
Crazy.